Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I am going to go over the cryptocurrency markets and talk about what possibly could be going on. And is it going to be continued moonshots? Short time frame? I don't think so. I think Bitcoin's probably going to do a little bit of retrace. And then what I think is going to be going on is going to be a continuation. I'm going to show you evidence of that. I'm not going to show you the media evidence, which is not evidence, which, by the way, there's a lot of indicators on a chart, right? Lagging indicators that you use. You can put indicators on a chart that are lagging indicators. The news is a lagging indicator too. Remember that. The news is a lagging indicator too. It's not the other way around. All right, guys. Here's the deal. Looks like a left zero decided to leave the launch pad. Told you right in this area, 89. If you get it down there to 78 cents, was a nice area to start checking out this coin right here, guys. So launch pad left the launch pad, I should say. Bond guys had questions about this coin. Look, don't worry about this thing because the guy saw it shoot up to 3.618 on that third wave, or 2.618. Okay, don't worry about that wick, guys. Usually check these coins with the wick and without the wick. Chili's. That's not Chili's, that's Casper. Excuse me, Chili's. Don't worry about Chili's, guys. It's just struggling probably to make a fifth wave. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know, these coins pump at different times, guys. So, guys, somebody asked me about that. Well, when's Chili's gonna pump? Probably this is when coins will pump. When you give up on everything and you're like, forget it, Chili's isn't going anywhere. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, what the fuck? And it's up there. That's usually how it happens, guys. I mean, that's how it happens with me usually, especially in the cryptocurrency market. They're just going to blast up when you least expect it, when your guard's down. All right. You stop paying attention to Chili's and it'll probably blast up. That's how I see that. All right. So we're going to go over Bitcoin, guys. I'm going to show you some evidence. It's probably going to continue. Is doing a retrace here, possibly. At least I hope that it is. It really needs to do a retrace because it's so high in the RSI. Now, I'm not talking about like all the way down here. Just, I think it's going to be a fourth wave retrace, guys. I don't think it's going to be going down. Looking at the SPX, I've been going through the sentiment read on Twitter and in some of the chats where there's supposedly some crypto gurus. And let me tell you guys, man, they're bearish, man. Most everybody that I'm looking, just paying attention, being a fly on the wall, most everybody sitting on the sidelines going, oh no, I can't go up. It's not possible. You know what that's called, guys? I'll show you something right here. All right. Right here, guys. I'll show you right here. Those are new to my channel. Is this a 1? What is this? Why is it red? Okay, I changed the color of it. Let me put it back onto, what was my thing? Green. And then let me change this right here. Micro. All right. And put on the lines, let you guys know. This wave. Something over there. It looked like kind of like that. Yeah, probably could, couldn't it? All right. This wave is the don't believe it wave. Okay. This is the disbelief wave. This will be your FOMO wave. Okay. The third wave. That's why the third waves are strongest. Everybody realizes, okay, it's back on, game back on. So this is typical behavior of a first wave in this area, what it's doing right now, guys. So it's not a surprise. Let everybody keep saying that it's going to go to zero or, you know, it's going to go back down. Let them keep saying that. If 80%, if 70% of the people were saying that we're in a bull run, I would say, yeah, it's probably going to go back down here. It's you know, you want to be a contrarian in the markets. It's everybody saying it's going to come back down here. More likely it's going to go up. It's just how the markets are, guys. It's very difficult for those that are new to the markets or haven't been in the markets for a while. It takes some time to take your belief system and how everything works and break that down and rebuild it back up without using the media. Like if you're going to the media, here's my YouTube. I'm into YouTube channels. You got YouTube, just regular media. You go to CNBC, Bloomberg, or any of these news sources to get your investment ideas on where the market is going. That's like watching that Rich Dad Poor Dad guy on Twitter and getting your investment advice, guys. Or how about Jim Cramer? Right? Take out Jim Cramer. Where did Jim Cramer say to dump crypto? Right in this area or something like that? I think he said to dump crypto right there. And it went up. Okay. So just take that food for thought, guys. Only 20, so 30, 70% of the market is saying it's going to go down again. So that means pretty much those that are watching this channel or watching this video, 70% of you won't do anything. I'll be surprised if 30% of you are doing anything. I know those guys are on Twitter doing something, but I'd be surprised. We shall see, right? It's all about probabilities. It's all about probabilities right here with Bitcoin. Okay, so here's Bitcoin into a wave. You can see this wave right here. It came down nice and deep in this 4 hour, and it was able to push off that fifth wave, possibly a fifth wave with divergence, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a third wave, and maybe it's possibly going to be doing a fourth wave in this area. And that's going to make sense to me that Bitcoin is ready to go into a fourth wave into that area because it come down. It could come down all the way to here. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later into the shorter time frames, why I say that. So here is the market's going to open this week. Here is MicroStrategy, one of the largest holders of Bitcoin. So pretty much is a proxy of Bitcoin. It's another chart that you can go to get an idea what the trend is going to be like for Bitcoin. If this is going to go up, Bitcoin's probably going up and vice versa. Okay. It's not 100% every time. This can do a correction while Bitcoin's going up as an example. But generally speaking, while this one is MicroStrategy here is going to be doing this, boom, and it does that with bearish divergence. So what MicroStrategy probably push that off, and then it's going to be going into a correction, right? So come over here at Bitcoin, probably going to be doing the same thing, right, in that area. How deep that'll go, who knows? We'll check it out here in just a second. So there's Micro Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. All right. This is, I think this is going to be okay. You know, we need sentiment on this too. Genesis, Digital Group, DCG, or whatever. Genesis, what if they all fall? How bad is it going to go down? You don't need to be worried about any of that, in my opinion. This right here is what you want to be worried. Are they going to sell this Bitcoin? I doubt it. They're going to sell this to somebody. There's already eager buyers for this right here because it would be good to add to your portfolio, you know, put this into your portfolio. Imagine Fidelity wouldn't add this to their portfolio. I'm sure they'd be like, oh yeah, man, like why not? You know, just not all the fees that they're making too. So here we go with Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Okay. So we have a wave down here in this area. And it looks like we got a third wave here, and he's pulled that off and probably consider that already done. Got some bearish divergence, and so it's going to be doing a correction, probably right back down to that area or something like that, or maybe right there. Those would be the first two areas I'd be checking for a correction. It's going to depend on the bullishness of the asset, how deep the correction is going to be going, which means if it goes shallow, that means it's bullish, obviously more bullish, and it could continue on its trend, or it might go a little bit deeper. So if MicroStrategy is going to go up in 5 wave, back in 3, and then maybe start into another wave, and then potentially GBTC is going to go up into a 5 wave sequence, come back and correct and go into another wave, you probably have a good shot over here that Bitcoin is probably going to be somewhere in this area, come back down and start into another wave. Back it down here into the RSI, particularly if you want to see something like maybe go back up, maybe back up a little bit, play around in here for a little while, and then you see the RSI like that in the 4 hour, and then you come back here and you see it sort of like that, and then you're kind of like, wow, look at that. That's how you use the RSI. You'd be like right there to there. You see what that is? Well, then you have a really good amount of hidden bullish divergence, which telling you where is the trend going to continue to go? It's a trend continuation. Boom, just like so. That's why you want to use your price and your RSI right down there, guys. Just like so. That's what you want to check. I'm just drawing those as an example to show you what could be going on. So now here we got in the SPX and the NASDAQ. I'll go over the SPX or the S&P 500 real quick. And let's see. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you rule that out? You can't rule that out. But that's a trader's dream right there, isn't it? Right there. Come back up, always touching on these trend lines. But the thing is that here you got to touch, like, okay, touch, 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 touch. So you're trading, right? But one of these days, you have to realize that it doesn't always work every time. So you short, they pile in for the shorts, they pile in for the shorts, and they piled in for their shorts, and it's coming back up. Maybe one more. Is it? It's hard to say on this one, guys. It's hard to say because what is that move right there? That's the whole thing right here. What is this move? 335? If that's a flat, just like it is in the NASDAQ, this could be doing a lot different than people expected. So what is this right over here? October lows? Maybe something like this. Maybe it's a surprise. It's come back up, maybe back down, and then come back up again. Don't know, guys. The herd is expecting this to dump in a 5-wave dump, and it very well could, and go back up. And that would drag BTC down a little bit more. But if you look at some other assets like MicroStrategy and GBTC, it's not looking like it's going to be doing that with Bitcoin. So let's go into a lower time frame chart and take a look at Bitcoin and see what's going on in here with it. Okay. Now that Bitcoin is bullish, you got a little bit better handle, at least I do, on the waves. I think it's pretty plain what's going on here. You just follow the RSI. And you can see right here, you got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And now it's in a correction. Did the correction end there? It could have. But to me, I think it's in a complex correction. Personally, that's what I think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And then probably 1, 2, 3. And maybe that's going to be something like that would be my guess. Here's the other thing is too, check the 2-hour chart on Bitcoin, okay? So now you got a wave right here with Bitcoin, up in a wave, back, third wave, fifth wave. You got your divergence. It's in a correction. And then you want to see this RSI. It's going back up into a trend. You see that? Boom. And come back down, maybe go back up, and maybe it can drag it back down and do an abrupt correction in there. So that's what I would be looking for with Bitcoin, guys, if you want to get a re-entry. 3-wave, you can see it in the RSI, and a 3-wave, another 3-wave in the RSI, and then what? Maybe expect another boom, 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 3-wave right there. I've checked that trend line. It's hit it there, maybe there again, and there again, bringing that RSI down to the 2-hour. And when Bitcoin is bullish, you can be pretty sure if you buy the RSI in the 2-hour when Bitcoin is bullish down there, guys, it's a pretty decent deal to check that indicator, to check the RSI on Bitcoin, okay? And don't pay attention to the media. So I was listening to the Bloomberg guys, and it was kind of interesting. One of the guys on there, you got the older guy, I don't know what his name is, the fat guy, he's a white dude, and he was talking, well, maybe the markets are going to go bullish, I mean, everybody's so bearish, and he was just going on, that's like, wouldn't it seem to be reasonable or something that he was saying that markets would probably go bullish for a little while and then actually go bearish, kind of, that's what he was implying. And I was like, wow, this guy's actually speaking some sense. As you turn on the news media right now and you look at the media and YouTube about what the state of the economy and what is going on, CNBC, Kramer guy, Bloomberg, all these other news outlets. And basically, it is the end of the world, Go buy your gold, get your water, buy your canned foods, because we need to get ready for the Mad Max scenario, right? All that. I'm going to say this again, guys. They've been talking about the Mad Max scenario since I was a kid in the 80s. And you know what happened to some of those guys? They died. They gave their gold to their kids. That's what happened. So I wouldn't really have that. That's not a strategy. I'm not saying don't be prepared, but I'm just saying if that's your strategy, that's a crap strategy. So I think the United States is going to continue to go on for quite some time. The contrary to popular opinion, and everybody gets on the news and say, oh, those guys at the Fed don't know what they're doing. Look, guys, there's been mistakes made before. Weimar Republic in Germany, right? They're like, we can't make that mistake again. They know what they're doing a little bit. They just they know how to drag this on for not hundreds, like hundreds of years, probably, probably like 200 years at least. I would think the bakers would be able to make it 200 years or something like that. So they started in 1913 in the United States. We got another 100 years. So 100 years, 2013. So they probably got another 80, 90 years, just taking a guess at it. So that's my guess, guys. But anyhow, Bitcoin's actually look pretty good. It's just in a correction. If it's in a fourth wave correction. So let's go over the whole chart. Go over the whole chart. This could be probably a lot longer than expected, guys, to be honest with you. It could be, because this could be 1, 2. This whole thing could have been the 3, and then it could be a 4, and then up for this 5. Okay. There's some other things in there you want to be aware of, that this is has so much momentum behind it that it could go higher than expected. What I'm saying is that, there's bearish divergence, but the problem is the length of this wave right here, down here in this area. So it could actually kind of extend out a little bit, probably to this area, and then do another massive correction in here, and then shoot up beyond maybe even 28, 29, or 30K. So you kind of want to be aware of that with the momentum behind it. So the reason I say that is just the amount of little 1-2s in there, guys, like right in this area. But for right now, my primary plan is that Bitcoin has a third wave here. This is a wave 1. This is the primary one in this area, and do a fourth, probably onto this area or back to that area. So somewhere right in there, it'll correct right to this area, especially if it's bullish. If it's bullish like this, it'll go right on top or right underneath, is usually like where it goes. And then up into a fifth. This could be a FOMO fifth wave. There's no doubt about that, guys. It can continue on too. So, here in the daily chart, just to give you guys an idea, I'm going to go over this again and let you guys know, because a lot of people have a problem with this RSI down here. Okay. I'm going to go over this again with you in the RSI. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, look at it. It's just got to go down here. And it could, guys. But here's the thing, it went up into this wave. It's got some bearish divergence. Okay. So maybe in this area, you can see the RSI just burn off and get way down here again. And what can it do? It can go on another run just like so. And it won't even break that. Okay. And then it can be in that area again and burn off some RSI and do it. And it's still lower than that one and that one and that one. And it's still going up. Okay. I'll show you guys. Let's go over that again. Just let you know. Want to be aware of something like that. It's not impossible. Don't think, oh, it can't do it. It can't do it. You see right here? Look at that. I'm going to go over this again right here. You see that RSI right there? This is a daily RSI. It's at 75, and there's Bitcoin at 4,200. And it came down real deep for that one, but not that much in price. And it started going up. Boom, 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 boom. Started going up just like that. And there you see how the RSI went way up there. So it went from, what was that price? 3,800 to 5,100. Okay. And it came back down again and went back up. You see right there. Okay. So now you can see, look at this right here. I want to show you something right here, guys. Look at this. You see how it went up, up, up. There's a 5-wave move. And here's a correction. You see that correction right there? Look at that correction. I'm going to show you something, guys. This is why you got to pay attention to the RSI when you're trading. Okay. A lot of people are not going to believe it. Here, I'm going to show you this area right here. You see that area right there? Look at that. When Bitcoin is bullish, what will happen if you come right down here into the RSI? Take a look. Take a look. Look what it did. It burned it all off. And it was going what? Sideways. It was going sideways. You see that? That's why it's important to pay attention to the RSI, guys, over here. Okay? So what I'm saying is that with Bitcoin in this area, you just want to be kind of aware that maybe it can go like this. And, you start seeing a lot of RSI getting burned off down here, and you don't see the price going down very deep, or it's going sideways. Usually that's going to be a really good probability of Bitcoin's going to be doing boom, and then come back down and maybe do it again and boom. Okay. You want to be aware of something like that. Don't get left behind. Don't get left behind in the cryptocurrency market, because most people are going to get left behind in this, guys. And even if this is a bounce, okay, let's say this is your three, Okay. This over here is going to bounce so high, guys. Even if this is a bounce. Let's say it's a bounce. I'll give you targets on this. Let me check this out. It's going to hit 1.618. There you go, right there. 28,000. 28,000 right there. So boom, 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 boom. Okay. And it actually could hit 2.02. It could go actually all the way up to 2.618 is not uncommon for if this is a whole flat and this is supposed to be a bounce. These will be the first areas I'd be checking out. 28 to 32, and then obviously up to 33 and also up to 40K. Okay. That definitely can get up there, guys. So I am pointing more towards bullishness on Bitcoin. And the reason why is that another reason why is if you go through the some of the assets, most of the assets look like they have done a very nice bottom and they've done a nice reaction off the bottom. So, for example, Aave is one. Let's go through the list of cryptocurrencies. I'm going to go through this list of cryptocurrencies. I can think off the top of my head, okay, off the top of my head, where I'm pretty confident they did a bottom and they had a massive reaction off the bottom right here. Here's Aave. You see that? Boom. Okay, there's Aave right there. Aave went up 76%, and you can see right there it has bearish divergence forming. So if you like Aave, you can have it on another correction. Be aware that a coin like this might not have a deep correction, okay? So that's the first thing that I would be doing. I would be raising up my corrections. Like second wave corrections, they like to go 786 on some cryptos. I would be looking at that 50% area in 618, guys. All right, here's another one. Cardano, it's at 37 to 38 cents. Made a video about that. Cardano, 24 cents. I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I said probably bottomed. So there you go. Check that one out. I think Algorand had a nice reaction. Haven't looked at it real too close. Off the bottom, probably blasted up pretty good. There's another one. Aptos had a bottom. Nice reaction off the top of that. Do I need to go on the rest of these lists and let you guys think that, like, putting this all together, painting the picture to let you know that this is not a coincidence? You don't go check the media to find out if you're in a bottom. You don't go talk to your friends to find out if you're in a bottom. You go check the charts. And if the chart doesn't give you an answer, then you go check other charts to try to put the puzzle together to see if it's giving you the answer. Are you going to be 100% every time? Nobody can. Nobody can. There's Gala off the bottom. Phantom up 2x off its 16, 17, 18 cent low. Let's see. ICP is back up to $6. Nice bottom reaction for ICP. Kusama, Lido Dow for sure. I told you guys Lido Dow on my thing. One of the videos that nobody wants to watch because I guess nobody's interested in making serious gains. So they're over there like looking at Bitcoin. I said, well, if you want to make some serious gain, think about Lido. But hey, what do I know? All right. So Metis, pretty good reaction. Near Protocol, good reaction. I'm just going through the list off the top of my head. I'm not going to go through the charts. Vulcan Forge, one of my top gaming coins. I got my top 3 gaming coins, guys, right here. UFO Gaming, Gala, and Vulcan Forge. Those are top 3s. Those are going to be the blast-off machines for 2023, in my opinion. Well, Gala's already done that for me. It's already had the blast-off machine for me. Blast-off machine, and it's already proven it to itself. And if you buy it, even when Gala, it's looking at Gala for a bottom, you even bought it right now, man, you'd already be up 2x, 3x, buying it up there, then writing it down and blasting it back up. So some other coins, UFO Gaming, some people are looking at, let me go over these guys. These right here, in my opinion, these AI tokens right here, Fetch AI, AGIX, Ocean, Heart, these coins, in my opinion, are already in a bull run. Already in a bull run, guys. They're already in a bull run. You see a nice correction, you can go over there and check those out. The one that I'm looking at, the ones that I'm looking at is this VAI. Well, I'm looking at all of them technically. I'm looking at all of them, guys, to be straight with you. I mean, there's a couple in there that didn't have charts that I liked. I think it's the NMR. Yeah, this one right here, numerology or whatever it's called. AGIX has already started doing a blast off. Oceans over here is looking pretty decent. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent. You can see it right in there. It's bullish. You see that in there? That's bullish, guys. And then Heart, this is humans. Well, there you go. It's already got a reaction. It's making its fifth wave right there. And then this one is probably going to be, this is one's performing really well. You see that, guys, right there? That's bullish. That's bullish right there. It's a FOMO wave, probably a FOMO fifth wave of some sort it's making. So wanted to go over that, let you guys know that there is probably a correction that's going to be coming in with Bitcoin, okay, in this area for a fourth wave correction, okay? And what I would be looking for with Bitcoin to see if you want to be on the right side of the trade, right now I'm in a short. I'm kind of hoping, hope's not a strategy, but hey, you know, I'm in a leverage trade right now. I got it locked in. I got my trade locked in like a rat. Like a rat. I already got my profits out, guys. I already got my profits out. What I put into it, I already took it out, gained. So now I'm like, all right, I got you, you little rat. And then it's down here. I'm kind of hoping to come back down here. And if it comes down here, well, hey, that's even better. So I'm still letting it run. I'm still letting it run because I think Bitcoin's going to do that. The reason I say that, guys, is you go to the 2-hour RSI. I don't think the 2-hour RSI is deep enough for Bitcoin to do a run again. You really want to see this. This is at the 61. Is that 61? 51. And you want to see it get back down at least to this 35, preferably that back down to those areas. And the fourth wave can do that. Okay. That's what I would be checking out for Bitcoin to be doing a correction. And what's the RSI going to be doing? Is RSI going to be getting burned off? How deep is it going to go? These are going to be definitely be targets all the way on top of this wave and all the way back down there, guys, 20,600. And realize too, it is a fourth wave. It could take some time. Okay. It'll just take some time. And when it gets down to this area, you know, I wouldn't even be worried about that, but go ahead, pay attention to the media or people on YouTube. See, I told you guys, I told you, you know, bear market's back on. Look, if Bitcoin was bearish, you know, it would have gone up, and I think we would have seen a more dynamic drop by now. But hey, that's my take on it, guys. I'm pointing more towards bullishness. I don't think that I think this is a correction, and Bitcoin is probably going to be going up into another pretty good wave, potentially a fifth wave. That could be a FOMO fifth wave. How high could that get? 24, 25, maybe 26 or 27K, guys. It's all going to depend on how bad the FOMO is going to be. I think some people are going to jump in. Retail is going to start scratching their head. The 10K Bitcoiners are going to start going, oh my gosh, what is going on here? I really got to go back to YouTube and watch this stuff about these bulls talking about Bitcoin going back up. I can't get my 10K Bitcoin. Waiting for a bottom, like some number, round number like that. That's not a strategy. That's not a strategy, guys. Who comes up with a strategy like that? I know what they're doing. They're listening to a guy like Gareth Soloway, and they're going, well, he's an expert. He's been trading for 20 years, so he says it's going to 10K, so it must be going to 10K. Guess what, guys? Didn't pay close attention to Gareth Soloway. When he was talking about on his last video, not the last video 3 or 4 weeks ago, what did he say? Well, at 19,000, I'm buying some Bitcoin just in case. You missed that part. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.